Good morning everyone. I'm K. Harshita from 9B. Me and my friends are here to summarize the chapter Volcanoes. What are volcanoes? Volcanoes are the vent in the Earth's crust from which fiery hot magma erupts from the Earth's interior. Now let us see about the causes of volcanoes. The first cause is heat and pressure inside the Earth. Temperature and pressure inside the Earth's crust increase from the surface towards the center of the core. Now the rocks are bad conductors of heat, so the heat does not escape on its own, and instead it melts these rocks and builds up great pressure. Now this pressure forces the heat to find an escape route, resulting in the form of fissures and cracks in the rocks. Most of the volcanic eruptions take place near the plate margins. The Earth's crust is made up of a series of movable plates. When these plates slide past each other or collide against each other, their edges produce faults along the lines of weakness. It is these plate boundaries that the crust is weakened and through which the hot magma gushes out, leading to volcanic eruption. The third cause is magma chamber. While the molten material is still under the Earth's crust, it melts weak rocks and creates a huge chamber for itself. Fresh magma continues to pour inside the chamber. Since the magma is made up of silicate material, water vapor, and gases, the pressure always acts vertically upwards. Once this pressure finds a route to come out, it gushes out onto the Earth's surface, leading to a volcanic eruption.
Good morning everyone, I am Dhananjay of class 9B in front of you to explain about products of volcanoes. Now let's know about what happens when volcanoes erupt and what comes out. Since it is lighter than the solid rock around it, magma rises and collects in magma chambers. Eventually, some of the magma pushes to vents and fuses off to the Earth's surface. Magma that has erupted is called lava. When this type of magma erupts, it flows out of the volcano. Now you are seeing how volcano erupts. Magma. The molten rock material in the earth is known as magma. When it reaches the surface of earth, it is known as lava. It consists of many materials and gases. Steam is the most abundant gas that comes out of a volcano. When steam is ejected in huge quantities, it forms the clouds in the atmosphere, resulting in rainfall. Other gases ejected by volcanoes include hydrogen sulfide, sulfur dioxide, carbon dioxide, and hydrogen. Now let's know about solid matter. The solid fragments are rock pieces known as cryoclasts. The fine particles are called dust. The dust particles go on increasing in size. The small stone-sized particles are called debris. Violent eruptions known as bombs eject more materials. The ash, cinders, hot fragments, and bombs thrown out in these explosions are the major products observed in volcanic eruptions around the world. A small fact. The rock fragments that a volcano erupts do not originate from the magma chamber, but are picked up by the magma in course of upward movement. Thank you for letting me explain about products of volcano, and next I will be continuing about structure of volcano in a video. Friends, I am Dhananjay from class 9P. Already we have discussed about products of volcano. Now let's know about structure of a volcano. The structure of a volcano contains two parts. One is vent and another one is volcanic cone. Now let's first know about vent. The lava flows out through an opening in the earth's crust is called vent. The opening is usually like a circular pipe. There may be only one opening at the summit. However, if more eruptions may happen, then they form subsidiary vents. Now let's know about volcanic cone. The erupted fluid material, being hot, collects around the vent and begins to cool gradually and solidifies. The accumulation of material around the vent gives the volcano its a typical cone-like shape known as volcanic cone.
Hello everyone, I'm your classmate Srija. So today I'm going to explain about types of volcanoes. So there are three types of volcanoes: active volcano, dormant volcano and extinct volcano. So let's begin with active volcano. So active volcano are the volcanoes which erupt frequently. So there are total 500 active volcanoes. So among those 20 active volcanoes may erupt at any time. So recently a year ago in Indonesia, Mount Sinabung which erupted on August 8, 2020. So now comes to dormant volcanoes. So dormant volcanoes are the volcanoes which were active but they were supposed to erupt in future. So dormant volcanoes are regarded as sleeping volcanoes. And Mount Vesuvius is the best example for dormant volcanoes because there was no major eruption from Mount Vesuvius since 1944. To extinct volcanoes. So extinct volcanoes are the volcanoes which erupted million years ago, and there are very few chances that these volcanoes may erupt in future. So coming to examples, Mount Akongua in South Africa and Mount Kenya in Africa. So that's all my.
Good morning everyone, this is Samir from class 9C here in front of you to explain about important volcanic zones of the world. Now let's know about circum-Pacific belt. The volcanoes occurred near earthquake belts around the Enfold Mountains. The circum-Pacific belt is also the Pacific Ring of Fire because over the total number of active volcanoes concentrated in the region, among these included 40 active volcanoes in the Andes, over 100 in the Philippines, and 70 in Indonesia, and 40 in Japan. Now let's know about Mid-World Mountain Belt. Mount Vesuvius, Mount Etna, and Mount Stromboli, the famous active volcanoes, are located in the Mid-World Mountain. The only active volcano in India, in Andaman and Nicobar Islands, is only located in this belt. The Hawaiian Islands, Canary Islands, Mount Kenya are in the Mid-World Mountain belt. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to show you this presentation. And next, my friend Krishna Priya will continue about.
Hello everybody, this is Krishna Priya, your classmate, and I'm here to talk about effects of volcano. Volcanic eruptions have both constructive and destructive forces. First, let's go with constructive effects. Volcanic eruptions are a certain force, also termed as constructive forces, which have a number of constructive effects on the surface of Earth. The main constructive effects of volcanoes are landforms. Numerous types of landforms are created due to cooling and solidification of magma below the Earth's surface and lava on the Earth's surface. The landforms created on the Earth's surface are extrusive landforms. These include volcanic plateaus, mountains, and plains. Volcanic plateaus. These are derived from lava which flows from volcanic eruptions. The plateau of Peninsula India, especially northwestern Deccan, is example of lava plateau. Volcanic mountains. These mountains are built from material ejected from fissures in the Earth's crust. Volcanic mountains are the most diverse because there are great differences in the volcanic eruptions as well as the materials they thrown up. Volcanic mountains are common in the circum-Pacific belt and include volcanic peaks such as Mount Fuji, Japan, Marapi in Sumatra. Volcanic plains. These plains are vast and smooth formed by extensive volcanic flooding from volcanic centers. The Western Victorian Plains in Victoria, Australia are the finest examples of volcanic plains. Caldera Lake. During repeated eruptions, the summit of the volcano may be blown up. In its place, a large depression called caldera is formed. They are generally formed when the magma chamber is no longer able to emit sufficient magma, and this results in the collapse of a cone, either partly or wholly. This depression eventually gets filled with water and forms a lake. Example, Crater Lake. Hot springs. The movement of magma in the interior of the earth heats up underground water, particularly around magma chambers. Hot springs are also known as thermal springs, contain many dissolved minerals. Hot springs at Manikan in Kulu Valley of Himachal Pradesh is an example. Geysers. A geyser is a fountain of hot water and steam that escapes when underground water comes into contact with hot volcanic rocks. For example, the Old Faithful geyser in Yellowstone National Park in the USA during an eruption. Some of the constructive effects of volcanoes are the lava and ash deposited during an eruption breaks down to provide valuable nutrients to the soil and thus create fertile soil which is good for agriculture. The places that have high level of heat due to volcanic activity inside the earth have higher potential energy for generating geothermal energy. The dramatic scenery created by volcanic eruptions attract tourists. This brings income to the area. Destructive effects. Some of the destructive effects of volcanoes are the following. First, when the volcanoes erupt, they destroy life and property. The hot lava together with ash and this destroy not only human beings but also animal as well as plant life. Agricultural fields are covered with large layers of volcanic ash and thus making them unsuitable for cultivation. Third one, huge clouds are formed after the eruption of volcanoes, causing heavy rains which result in floods and landslides. Thank you for having a lot of patience for seeing our video, and I thank Nivedita ma'am and Rajeshri ma'am for allowing us to show this video. I would like to give all the credits to Dhananjay for doing all the PPT shown in this video.